Hi, welcome back to Quill Creations tutorial videos, and today I'm going to sort and dye my porcupine quills. Sorting some quills, and I have a lot, and when I'm sorting them I have I have them like in 4 sizes here, so this is real thin ones. I want to do something with them. I don't want to get rid of them. So I'm just trying to figure out what it is I want to do. Same with these. They're a little thin, a little on the thin side. But I'm going to try and do something with them. And then these are the real thick ones. These I'm going to try and use like for chokers or a necklace. So usually I pull out the quill and decide kind of which pile it's going to go to, because this is the size that I would be using for quill wrapping or earrings, and so that's kind of what I'm go through and sort. And then if they're a little small, I don't, like I said, or short, I don't want to get rid of them because I want to try and do something with them. So basically that's just what we do is go through and not poke yourself, because it's kind of rude. But so these are the thin ones, which I want to try and do flat work, embroidery work with that. So and hopefully get some real fine work done. So just go through and clear out. So these are the ones I sell or use myself for quill wrapping. So then once I get a good pile of these, that's when I dye them. But it's a lot of work. This is from a porcupine that my grandson's got me, and I still have a lot more to sort. And I still have another porcupine that I did that I need to have cleaned. So it is one of the jobs that kind of nobody wants to do. But if you want quill work and you want quills, that is just part of how it's done. So that's it. Got 4 different sizes, and go through and sort every one of these. And these have been cleaned already. Some of them still have some dirt on them, and I don't know if you can see there's still hair in here. So just cleaning them out and sorting them, get them ready to bag up or dye. So that's it. Hey buddy, I'm gonna try and dye some quills. This is a pan I got from the thrift store, perfect size for me to dye my quills with. I'm sorry, and that's all I use it for, is just quill dyeing. So this is I got a little plastic spatula. That's what I use to stir the quills around with. And I'm going to use some red dye to do some yellow. I'm not getting a good color from Kool-Aid. I'm getting this sturdy. So I have my quills. They're kind of a medium size. That's the size I use to wrap with. They look real skinny, but I found out that that's the size I need. And most times I can only get enough for like a 1 wrap, but sometimes I get lucky, and hopefully I'll find a porcupine that will give me some good long quills. But that's um, the real ideal size to have. So this is just about boiling. So I'm going to turn that down to simmer because I don't want my quills to boil. So we're going to let that settle down a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead, always make sure you really shake your root dye real good. And this is a 7-ounce bottle. I'm going to put in about half of that bottle. I really want some good yellow. So I'm going to put quite a bit in there. And my water is probably about 1 inch deep. Half inch maybe. And I don't need much because the quills are going to just float on top. So let's get that. So you can see now it was almost boiling. And then I turned it down. So I got this on a simmer. And I got it. I think I got my stove on about 4. And so it's not boiling, it's just like right there. And it dies in. So I'm going to go ahead and add my quills. I don't want to get it in the box. I'm such a hoarder of quills. I hate it when I lose one at all, anytime, anywhere. So losing one in a box really would devastate the hoarder in me. So, alright. Got those quills in there. We're just going to spread those out. And we're going to just let those cook. Not boiling them because you don't want the marrow, I call it the marrow, the white stuff inside the quill to boil out. I did that with some black ones. Left it in too long and it was, I believe it was too hot. It just boiled all that white stuff right out. So I go ahead and leave that sit there. And hopefully I'll get a good bright yellow. That's what I'm looking for. But this is a Rit Dymore and it's daffodil yellow. So hopefully this will work. I got it on Amazon. When you go to the store, Walmart or grocery store, they only have some basic colors. So, and yellow is not one of them that they normally have. So I have to usually get it on Amazon. So, see, we don't even have a yellow. There's still white quills. So. I sorted and cleaned these quills. Had them clean them with Dawn dishwashing liquid. I have a plastic tub that I fill with warm water and put probably, well, I just kind of squirt the bottle and put some Dawn dish soap in there and make sure the soap is real distributed in the water. And then I put my quills in with the hair on it. About 2 minutes. And it's not even colored yet. We are getting some yellow tint to it. But it's not giving us a yellow yet. Yellow is one of the hardest colors I've had to try to get. Now my stove is still on and it's on 4, so you can see that it's real hot, but it's not boiling. Want to make sure that it doesn't boil. So I kind of keep them moving because you don't want them to stay bunched up together, you want them to kind of get away from each other, so the dye's getting in between. You know, if you leave a clump like that, then the dye doesn't get in the middle. So just keep them moving so that they're able to all soak in to the water. And this, I got this, I think this is a pastry spoon, so it doesn't hold the dye, so I use it for all my quills. Doesn't change color with the color I use. So we're getting a little bit of a tint there. I know you can't see it good with this lighting, but getting a little bit of a tint, but it's nothing close to yellow that I want. So it may take a while. So I'm going to go ahead and this off, and then I'm going to cook this, and then I'll let you know how long it took to get the shade I want. Okay, this has been about 45 minutes. So it takes some patience to get the color that you want, but I think that this is probably, well, I know that it's much better than the color I got before with Kool-Aid. It doesn't look dirty, and as bright as I want it to be, but I think that this is good. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to strain it out, pour the water out, strain it off, and then we'll move it over to newspaper. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour this right into the strainer. Get all the quills out of there. Easier said than done, huh? And then when I get them out, and I'm going to put them over here on newspaper. The newspaper will kind of soak up some of that liquid. And then I'm going to dry them out on this newspaper. And be real careful with them because they're soft from being in the water that long. But I think that's a pretty good color. So now I have, and then I just wash my pan with Dawn dishwashing liquid and get it cleaned out. And I use the same pan for every color, but I want to make sure you get the color you used before out. So there we go. So now I want to get these out in pretty much a single layer so they're not clumped up, because I want them to all dry evenly. So you get clumped up and then some dry and some don't. But I want to be able to package them kind of right away when I'm done. So there it is. And there is how I dye my quills. Kind of pretty simple and easy. Just lots of patience to get the shade you want. Red is usually a pretty tough one to get a good red. So there we go. Alright, and there is my yellow quills. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this. You can join in on my Facebook group, Creation Corner, or you can visit my website at www.quinwapawcreations.com. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.